Bristol Community College, Mathematics with Dan Avedikian, Math 131, Elements of College Mathematics, Section 4.1, Problem 8. This is Section 4.1, Problem 8. It says, write the value of each variable for the simplex tableau shown below. And you have a simplex tableau with the following columns. There's x1, x2, x3, s1, s2, s3, z, and RHS, which stands for right-hand side. And then you have 4 rows in this initial simplex. Oh, this isn't the initial, but this simplex tableau. The top row is 6, 2, 1, 3, 0, 0, 0, 16. The second row of the matrix is 2, 2 again, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 35. The third row of the tableau is 2, 1, 0, 3, 1, 0, 0 again, and then 6. And finally, the fourth row is -3, -2, 0, +2, 0, 0 again, 1, and then 36. That's the problem. So it says write the value of each variable. So you want to write x1 equals something, x2 equals something, x3 equals something, etc. So what we want to do is find the columns that have a special column of all zeros and a single one. That's going to give me the variables that have like a non-zero answer. So if you look in the x1 column is 6, 2, 2, -3. That's not a special column of all zeros and a single one. So the value of x1 is just simply 0 because it doesn't have that special column. And the same thing with x2. If you look in the x2 column, it has 2, 2 again, 1, and then -2. That's not a special column of all zeros and a single one. So the value of x2 is also 0 because it just doesn't have the special column. x3 does have that special column. If you look in the x3 column, it's 1, then a 0 under that, a 0 under that, a 0 under that. So it has a special column of all zeros and a single one. So it has a value, a non-zero value. So what I want to do is look at the height of the 1 in that special column under x3. The height of the 1 is in the top position. So now I go to the last column, the RHS column, and find the number in the same height as the one in the special column, the top position, which is 16. So I'm in the x3 column, which has the special column. The height of the 1 is in the top. So in the last column on the top, I have 16. So the value of x3 is 16. Now, most questions don't require you to write the value of the slack variables, so you certainly can easy enough, and it's good practice, so we might as well do it. S1, the first slack variable, does not have a special column of all zeros and a single one. In the S1 column, you have 3, 1, 3, 2. So the value of S1 is just 0. It doesn't have a special column. S2 does have a special column. It has all zeros and a single one. So if you look in the S2 column, you have 0, 0, 1, 0. So it has that special column. The height of the 1 is 1 up from the bottom. So if I go to the RHS column, at the same height, 1 up from the bottom is 6. So that's the value of S2. So again, if I look in the S2 column, I have my special column, find the height of the 1, go to the RHS column, and find the number in that same height. And that's 6. And that's in the S2 column, so that's the value of that variable of S2. The next one is S3. It also has a special column. If you look in the S3 column, it's all zeros and a single one. It goes 0, 1, 0, 0. So it has a non-zero value. The height of the 1 is 1 down from the top. So if I go to the RHS column, 1 down from the top, I have 35. So that's S3. S3 is 35. And again, it's because it has, in the S3 column, it has all zeros and a single one. And at the same height of that 1 in the RHS column is 35. That's why S3 is 35. The last column the last variable I have is Z. So Z has a special column of all zeros and a single one. Right? The Z column goes 0, 0, 0, 1. So it has that special column. The height of the 1 is in the bottom position. So when I go to the last column, the bottom position is a 36. So the value of Z is 36, and that's what all the variables equal.